Hi, my name is Dr. Zenobia Ofori-Dankwa. I'm a second year obstetrics and gynecology resident at Central Michigan University in Saginaw, Michigan. I am here today, I was invited here today by my dad, Dr. Joseph Ofori-Dankwa, to speak with the VD2 Fellows and the First Ward Fellows on their leadership project. I want to say congratulations. Thank you so much for allowing me to be here. This is such an exciting opportunity. I am so happy and proud that you guys recognize that leadership is so important even this early on in your career. The leadership makes the world go round. That's it. Either in business, medicine, engineering, it is so important and so major. So I applaud you for your accomplishments. So my goal is to talk with you guys today just a little bit about my career path to medicine, my journey to obstetrics and gynecology, in addition to different unexpected leadership roles that I've had to take on, and also just career and life planning. So just to get started, I actually went to undergrad at Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio. While there, I kind of knew that I wanted to do medicine, but I wasn't really sure what specialty. And I actually was lucky enough to get a job at a surgical research lab. While there, I got to work with the surgeons. They taught me suturing, they taught me surgical techniques and sterilization and prepping and intubation. And it was such an awesome opportunity that when I actually did go to medical school, I thought I would become a general surgeon. Well, obstetrics and gynecology had something to say about that. It was my first rotation as a third year, first time in the hospital. Within the first 5 minutes of me being on the labor and delivery floor, I was pulled into a delivery. And I mean, honestly, it was such an amazing opportunity to be a part of something so major in someone else's life, and to have helped out and been a part of that. At that moment, I knew I was going to be an OBGYN. Because as an OBGYN, you don't just deliver babies. You're a surgeon. You're a counselor. Sometimes you're providing information. Sometimes you're a friend and a shoulder to cry on. Overall, you're a patient advocate. And I love that role. I love that job. I feel like it allows me to make the most change, especially in the world today where maternal mortality in Black women especially is so high, and preterm birth. I feel really blessed to have found my calling. So basically, the couple of different leadership roles that I've taken on since becoming a physician have kind of fallen into my lap, I would say, for the most part. Definitely in undergrad, I was president of the Pre-Medical Society. I was the event coordinator of the African Students Association. Definitely awesome opportunities, but now as a physician, these roles have kind of fallen in and have been pretty important. So, for example, in a research project that I was working on, I recruited a couple people to help me with it, and we obviously had our program director, who is our principal investigator. But you know, when you're passionate about something, you kind of take over it, and I started sending out emails and making lists, and it's interesting managing people and managing expectations and responsibilities, especially when those are met and not met. And that definitely is a leadership role that I was not expecting, but has been kind of fun working with people in that regard. Also, as I mentioned, I'm a second year resident, and we have first year residents, first year interns working under us, and that was also another unexpected leadership opportunity, because while I'm not a senior, I'm not a third year yet, only a couple more months, 4 more months, but I realized that you can be a leader to almost anyone. They look up to you, and they're really asking for your honest and true opinion. I think that that's a perfect way to become a leader. You can be a leader amongst your friends and your family, different coworkers. And so in terms of our new interns, I think that the most important thing, I mean, in any relationship, is that respect factor. And I think that respect factor allows for there to be trust in that relationship. And then whether you are the leader or the person receiving input or information, I think that makes that relationship that much stronger. So kind of my tips on being a better leader, being a great leader, how to lead, are definitely number one, I would say, respect. That leads me to my motto: you catch more flies with honey than with vinegar, but every once in a while you do need a fly swatter. Every once in a while. But yeah, people people want to be respected, and I think that that's super important. In addition to communication, a leader has to have clear vision and be able to respect people, and also to be flexible, which brings me to my last point: the career and life planning. Um, I am assuming that a lot of you all are very type A personalities. You're here in this leadership class. I assume that you make lists and you're very methodical about every single step in your life and how it's going to go. And I would say that I am very much like that, or maybe that I was very much like that. But upon graduation from residency, I thought that I would be just a general OB/GYN practitioner in Cleveland. And I have always been interested in minimally invasive gyne surgery, but never really thought that I could or would be someone who would do a fellowship in it, which is an additional 2 years after my residency training. The world is your oyster, you guys. It was kind of something in the back of my mind, and suddenly my options were open, and I've started investigating it more and doing more research into it and finding out what it takes and actually how possible it is. And that's kind of my advice to you guys. The world really is your oyster. Something that you think is so crazy, unattainable, out of your reach, no way possible that you could get it. I mean, it's all about the steps that you take to get there. Nobody wakes up overnight and is from step A to step Z. It takes every day a little bit more, just a little bit more progress each step of the way. And I think that that's kind of what I want to leave you guys with is definitely think about where you see yourself. Think about something that you would love to do, the most craziest, outrageous, last possible thing that you could do or be. And then dial it back a bit and say, how do I get there? So I want to be an astronaut. What does it take? I want to be a doctor. What does it take? I want to be a minimally invasive gyne surgery fellow. What does it take? And when you kind of break down those dreams into more doable, chewable pieces, you realize how possible things can be. So I definitely advise you and encourage you all to dream big. Once again, congratulations on this leadership project. I'm so proud of each and every one of you. You're making the right career steps, I can tell, because you're here in this class. And yeah, what is your oyster? Where do you see yourself? I would love to be a mentor, an advisor, a friend to each and every one of you. You can reach me. My email address is OF as in frog, ORI1Z @cmich.edu. That's OFORI1Z @cmich.edu. Feel free to email me. I'll send it to my dad. He can send it out to you guys as well. Hopefully I'll be able to pop in. Right now as we speak, I'm probably in clinic right now, and I'm hoping to kind of sneak away for a couple of moments just to actually say hi virtually in person versus just this recording. But like I mentioned, feel free to reach out to me. The world is your oyster. Dream big. It's really amazing. I thought I would be just a Midwest girl for the rest of my life, and right now I'm making plans to go to Houston and maybe even Ghana and work there and do my minimally invasive gyne stuff there. Who knows? So definitely keep your eyes open, you guys. The world is full of opportunities. Thank you so much.